Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's date is Thursday the 9th of April 2026, the year of Greenwicks and BSV Terranode in the mix. Branch your threads, expand your mind with treechat.ai or your post pot and chain. Alright, let's see what we've got today. I'm looking forward to this. So I've literally just written this article saying how we know Adam Back is not Satoshi Nakamoto. I've literally nailed absolutely everything in here. There's just no coming back from that, mate. He is not Satoshi Nakamoto at all. And I've just uploaded the first page onto PaiyBit. I think this looks ace, so we're going to go through that. And then while I'm on the show, I'm going to be uploading the page number 2, so you can see how easy it is to use. Looking forward to that. Got some 365 days of Bitcoin history, and then we'll finish with the Keller countdown. Right, let's get into it.
Craig says he's Satoshi, like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. 1 million strong, them transactions flying free. He's acclaiming his legacy, you'll surely see.
Alright, here we go. Let's get into this then. So the reason I wrote this is just because I just thought, you know what, I'm sick to death of the deep state trying to point their fingers at Adam Back. When Adam Back even himself says, look, I'm not Satoshi Nakamoto. Like, and here's all the evidence that he's not Satoshi Nakamoto. It's hilarious. Here we go. So, first one. On the 20th of August 2008, so this is prior to the official release of the white paper on the 31st of October 2008, the same year, Satoshi Nakamoto emailed Adam Back wanting to make sure that he had the citation right for referencing Adam Back's work on the Hashcash paper. If Adam Back was Satoshi Nakamoto, he wouldn't need to pretend to email himself and make sure he was citing himself correctly for his own work. It's so ridiculous. Right, look at this. So this is from Satoshi at anonymousspeech.com to Adam at cyberspace.org. And it looks like Satoshi, as in Craig Wright, wrote, I'm getting ready to release a paper that references your Hashcash paper, and I want to make sure I have the citation right. Here's what I have. So he wrote, point 5, Adam Back, Hashcash, a denial of service countermeasure. And then he's got hashcash.org paper / Hashcash. And he said, I think you would find it interesting since it finds a new use for hash-based proof of work as a way to make eCash work. You can download a pre-release draft at our upload and then the site for the white paper. Feel free to forward it to anyone else you think would be interested. I'm also nearly finished with a C++ implementation to release as open source. And then it goes on to state the opening paragraph of the white paper. So he says, look, I'm getting ready to release a white paper there and references your Hashcash paper. I want to make sure I have the citation right. So why would Adam Back be writing to himself saying, oh, I want to make sure I've got the citation right for my own work for Hashcash, the denial of service countermeasure? Like, so that's the first thing. Then the next day, 21st of August 2008, Adam Back via email informed Satoshi Nakamoto about Wei Dai's B-Money paper for citation in the Bitcoin white paper. In the email exchange, Adam wrote to Satoshi Nakamoto, a.k.a. Dr Craig Wright, you may be aware of the B-Money proposal. I guess Google can find it for you by Wei Dai, which sounds to be somewhat related to your paper. Satoshi Nakamoto then responds, thanks, I wasn't aware of the B-Money page, but my ideas start from exactly that point. Since the email exchange was prior to the official release of the Bitcoin white paper on the 31st of October 2008, there was no need for Adam Back to be emailing himself pretending not to know about Wei Dai's B-Money proposal. He admitted that he didn't know about it. And here we go, this is the email. So Satoshi wrote back to Adam, thanks, I wasn't aware of the B-Money page, but my ideas start from exactly that point. I'll email him to confirm the year of publication so I can credit him. Look, the main thing my system adds is to also use proof of work to support a distributed timestamp server. While users are generating proof of work to make new coins for themselves, the same proof of work is also supporting the network timestamping. This is instead of Usenet. So that was in response to Adam Back saying, yes, citation looks fine. I'll take a look at your paper. You may be aware of the B money proposal. I guess Google can find it for you by Wei Dai, which sounds to be somewhat related to your paper. The B money idea is just described concisely on the webpage. He didn't write up a paper. There we go. So that was what Adam Back said to Satoshi Nakamoto. There was no need for that at all. Especially as the white paper hadn't been released and nobody knew what it was. Why would he pretending to why would he be pretending not to know about Wei Dai's B money, or asking for the correct citation for his own work? Doesn't make sense at all. It's ridiculous. But then on the 21st of August 2008, so on that same day where that email exchange was, the first ever release of the Bitcoin white paper was uploaded to the Social Science Research Network for peer review. Within the document properties, the author of the document was named as Craig Stephen Wright. And this is it, look, Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, document properties. Title, Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. Author, Craig Stephen Wright. Subject, Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer cash system. Keywords, Bitcoin, blockchain, law, smart contract, time chain, immutable. Created 24th of January 2008. Check it out. And here it is. So we can actually see it on the Social Science Research Network. Here we go. Look, Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. Date written August 21st, 2008. August 21st, 2008. So that was on the same day where he said, right, I'll need to cite Wei Dai's work in here. So that's when it happened. That's when it happened. So Adam Back had no idea about this. So therefore he wouldn't have posted it to the Social Science Research Network. And the author here is Craig Stephen Wright. So it's not Adam Back. Then on the 10th of January 2009, the very first ever social media post relating to Bitcoin was posted to Facebook by Dr. Craig Wright. At this moment in time, it has been confirmed that there were no other Bitcoin miners on the network, since it was the following day that Hal Finney famously posted out on Twitter, running Bitcoin. So here we go. This was on Facebook, Saturday, 10th of January 2009, bearing in mind that Craig was in Australia at the time, many hours in front. He said, Bitcoin. Well, e-gold is down the toilet. Good idea, but again, centralized authority. The beta of Bitcoin is live tomorrow. How would anybody know that? This is decentralized. We try it until it works. So we said the beta of Bitcoin is live tomorrow. So how would he know that? So then, and this was on the 11th of January 2009. This was UTC at 3:33 a.m. And I think Hal was on Eastern Pacific time. So it was 7:33 p.m. 10th of January 2009, Hal's time where he was. But 11th of January 2009, UTC. So Craig posted that out before Hal even said running Bitcoin, and nobody knew about it. No one knew about it. Then on the 24th of August 2017, Adam Back, co-founder and CEO of Blockstream, broke the chain of digital signatures in their newly created centrally controlled SegWit protocol. In section 2, transactions of the Bitcoin white paper, Satoshi Nakamoto wrote, "We define an electronic coin as a chain of digital signatures." By breaking the chain of digital signatures, Adam Back would be directly contradicting his own definition of what a Bitcoin is. Of what a Bitcoin is if he were Satoshi Nakamoto. I'll have to edit that bit. There we go. Look, transactions. We define an electronic coin as a chain of digital signatures. And you can see that in the white paper right here under transactions. Look at that. Look at that. We define an electronic coin as a chain of digital signatures. And they segregated the digital signatures, broke the chain. So again, contradictory to what Satoshi Nakamoto has said. And then on the 23rd of August 2023, a High Court judge, Justice Miller, agreed that Dr. Wright expanded substantial skill and judgment in creating the Bitcoin file format. Would you believe it? Then on the 21st of February 2024, on day 11 of the Cobra case, under cross-examination, Adam Back admitted that Bitcoin, as in BTC, no longer follows the Bitcoin protocol or its white paper. He also said Satoshi didn't understand Bitcoin and that he was wrong. and went on to claim that he was not aware of the difference between Blockstream's SegWit Protocol, their second layer Lightning network solution, and Craig Wright's Bitcoin scaling technology. And then on the 24th of August 2024, so this was 3 days later, according to Adam Back, there is no need to follow the longest valid chain when the only technical validation you require is the market price. What an absolute piss take. What an absolute piss take. So he said here, the chain tip is the most work valid chain. The economic actors in the system decide which blocks are valid. That's why it's expressed as an impenetrable wall of validation. That's a key innovation that makes Bitcoin secure. Most other systems are not verifiable. And as Joe Timecoiner said, how does the user node know the majority of the other user nodes accept this block as valid? How do you count to see if you have the majority? And he said, I suppose by proxy the market value of the Bitcoin versus forks. I mean, what an absolute joke. So Joe said, so an exchange oracle is more valuable than a miner building blocks. So is the exchange oracle following the price? It's so ridiculous. There, look, the above statement by Adam Back directly contradicts Satoshi Nakamoto's own statement on the 9th of November 2008 when he said, it is strictly necessary that the longest chain is always considered the valid one. Let's have a look at this at the Satoshi Nakamoto Institute. There we go. Let's see if we can find it here. There we go. It is strictly necessary that the longest chain is always considered the valid one. Look at that. There we go. November 9th, 2008. The Adam Back, not a clue. The above evidence proves beyond reasonable doubt that Adam Back is not Satoshi Nakamoto. His incompetence in the following clip is simply another example of why he is not Satoshi Nakamoto. This is absolutely hilarious. Have a listen to this.
Hi Adam, I got a question from a live viewer. So it's from Arnhem. In Arnhem they have the Arnhem Bitcoin Stopped initiative, which has got like 100 restaurants and bars and shops and all these sort of, they're actually accepting Bitcoin today. So they're kind of struggling with the fee situation right now. So they're kind of looking for a solution that's ready today, like something they can use as soon as possible. Now, one solution you mentioned is to use off-chain services where people could, put a little bit of money somewhere off-chain at some service provider and payments happen off-chain. The other solution would be to use an altcoin that has very cheap fees. Do you think one solution is preferable over the other, and if so, why?
Fee estimation in some cases is quite bad. If you're paying a friend, you can probably afford to wait 4 hours and not pay a priority fee. So I'd encourage everybody to get a wallet that allows you to override and set your own fees, set them lower. Make sure to turn on replace by fees so that you could increase them later if you guess too low. Lightning, maybe they could be an early adopter of Lightning, but
that's not really ready yet, so.
Well, I mean, you can download and make transactions and stuff, but I agree that the wallet integration is not complete. You could have, I think some Bitcoin businesses have a tab, so you pay them and then you work your tab down and presumably you can cash your tab out if you don't use it, if they have repeat custom, or maybe the shops in the local area could make a shared tab or something in anticipation of, somebody in the local area who's a technology expert could make a local Bitcoin tab that's interoperable between the shops and some kind of app to do it.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Adam. What an absolute piss take that is. Like, honestly, like stuttering, or maybe a technology expert could create a tab or something like that, or maybe you could use Lightning. Oh yeah, but I agree the wallet integration it isn't ready yet, but maybe you could use that and make sure you turn on replace by fee in case you guess too low, and if you're paying a friend you could probably afford to wait 4 hours. Honestly, it's an absolute piss take. An absolute piss take, and there we go. I think that just absolutely nails it. Absolutely nails it. Yeah, indeed. Right, check this out. I'm very excited to announce this one. So I've just put here from Suicide to Sushi with Satoshi, the prologue, the introduction to this story, and why you should read this book. Check it out. It is on PaiyBit. PaiyBit. This looks great. So this is the first page. I've put up so you can just see what it looks like when you sort of enter it. There we go. So this is the album. You can open the album and see the picture there. Look at that. That looks great. So you can see that for free. Loving that. Loving that. And this is the text. Hey, look at that. Look at that. That looks mint. So this is like the cover at the top. And then you've got the text article here. There we go. So that's your that's the prologue that I read out the other day. I think that looks absolutely mint. Absolutely mint. And here we go. So this is chapter 1, page 1 of the book. Here we go. Here we go. Open this. So I can obviously see this because I wrote it. There we go. And then you just have to click to pay-per-view this. And there we go. So I read out this first paragraph the other day. Chapter 1, page 1, the footbridge across the atrium. Oh, this is exciting. This is exciting. So again, I've never asked for anybody. I volunteer my time here to do all this for free. So this is the first time I'm producing something, a product, which I hope you will enjoy and learn from. So it's going to be $1 a page. So rather than sort of having a chocolate bar every day, just educate yourself with this. This book is going to be riveting. It's fast-paced and it cracks the key to mental health and the mysteries of Bitcoin and exposes, and gives solutions to this worldwide conspiracy that we're up against. But that is mint. That is mint. So I'm just going to show you how to use it. Here we go. So what you would do is you would click New Page. What we're going to call it. And we're going to title it From Suicide to Sushi with Satoshi. Chapter 1, page 2. There we go. So this is going to be a text article. Would you like to add another page to new content? No, that's it. Upload custom cover. Yeah, we can do that. The cover to it. There we go. And then open editor. So the cover is the top part, like the banner, if you like. We've got a wallet address there. Price. So this is going to be $0.5 for 500 words. I'm just going to grab this. I'm going to paste this. Save page. Oh, there we go. There we go. Copy this. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, there we are. There we are. Open. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Right, so let's read the first paragraph here for you all. Chapter 1, page 2. We sit down with our lattes. It's great to see her, although I don't feel any emotion at that moment other than total anxiety. I still remember what it used to be like when we first met and started meeting up regularly for catch-ups and coffee. There were good times, great times in fact, compared to the current situation. She stares straight at me, big smile on her face, as if she's excited about something. So how's things, she asks. I have to somehow formulate a response in a structured way. My head starts banging at the thought of trying to think of something. I'm incapable of coming up with any usual pleasantry. And so I just come straight out with it. I'm not good, G. I'm really struggling. Her face turns more serious. She pauses, tightens her lips, and then hits me with it. I tried to kill myself several years ago. I can see in her face she means it. In an alarmed response, without any consideration of social etiquette, I ask, what? How? I took an overdose of paracetamol in an attempt to end my life. Oh, there we go. That's page 2. It's exciting stuff, people. It's really exciting stuff. Very much looking forward to seeing other people using that. And please just enjoy the book. It's 50 cents for 500 words. So just under $1 a page. Amazing. Oh, that looks ace. That looks ace. Right, on that exciting note, some 365 days of Bitcoin history yesterday. So on the 8th of April 2013, Bitcoin mining Trojan spending through Skype spam. Kaspersky warns. That was an article here from TechSpot. Bitcoin mining Trojan spreading through Skype spam. 8th of April 2019, the sextortion email uses C.I.A. investigation as scare tactic. The scammers then demand $10,000 in Bitcoin or you'll be arrested on April 8th, 2019. That's hilarious. Sextortion. Scare tactic. Wanting to get people out, wanting to get people's Bitcoin off them. 8th of April 2021, arrests over attempts to secure Hitman and chemical weapon show the dark web isn't always anonymous. I remember that one. Arrests over attempts to secure Hitman and chemical weapon show the dark web isn't always anonymous. So he got arrested for that. 8th of April 2022, Bitcoin 2022, April 8th, 2020. Senator Loomis, I think she posted here something about Bitcoin. She said, 8th of April 2020, Senator Loomis, Piper Sandler Global Exchange and FinTech Conference, June 8th, 2022. Gary Gensler, I didn't know he had a identical twin, or whatever that was.
Meet with a lot of the regulators.
That was just a point in his history where they're talking about. Let's have a listen. Here we go.
I stayed in touch with the White House. I wanted them to know what we were thinking and doing. I've met with Gary Gensler. We've tried to meet with a lot of the regulators. We gave them a bill. We want their feedback too.
I've had good dialogues with Senator Loomis and I've known Senator Gillibrand for years and certainly worked with her very closely in the Obama years. But whatever comments I might have, I'm going to share with them, not with you and your audience now. And I really haven't reviewed their bill. It was released yesterday.
There we go. So that was a little bit of Bitcoin history. On the 9th of April 2024, Adam Back said there was no need to follow a valid chain when the only technical validation you require is the market price. According to Adam, Satoshi didn't understand Bitcoin back. What a joke. What a joke. There we go. Anyway, right, here we go. We are now on the Keller countdown. It's the 9th of April. We're on day 203. When's it going to finish? Who knows? You're going to have to stay tuned to find out. It's going to be absolutely epic. So until then, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.
I understand.
Do you?
Do you? This is it. I'm telling you, this is it.
The king still has one more move.